Hello and welcome, and this is my pitch for my 2D game. This is the company that I'm going to do, Current On. I've got the name since I was about 4 years old. I've had it for years and years. I use it everywhere, everything I do, all the games I play, that's always my username. So I'll use that as my company. And my idea for the game is simpler than that. And it's a retro pixel 2D platformer, jumping, falling through platforms, fighting other enemies, but there's a bit of a unique aspect to it, is that if you're killed by an enemy, you will turn into that enemy. If that enemy is a boss, you will turn into a boss. But it will be timed, each level will be timed as, like, say, 5 minutes a level. And then once the time's up, you get a certain amount of points, those points will be added up, and then you'll move on to the next level. If you're killed by a trap, however, game over, that's it, over. My map 2, which kind of brought me closer and closer to the A, I've done art styles, the settings, characters, and the genre of the game. I chose, I've got a few settings. One's going to be in a hill type, mountainous area. I've got one which is going to be on the moon, so low gravity, jumping takes longer, and ranged objects take a lot quicker when they're fired, and platforms, when you land on them, they'll crumble to pieces and just break down. You will have a life bar, health bar system, but there's no lives apart from if you're killed, you just turn into an enemy. This is one of the zones. It will move across on the screen as a background. The genre is retro platformer, arcade 5-minute, fast-paced and fancy. It's a bit fancy because there's going to be a little bit of magic in it, which is just basically just wands where you actual fire at them. Each level is going to be about 5 minutes. It's going to be arena because it's not exactly closed off. If you go on the left side of the screen, you'll pop up on the right, and if you go jump off the bottom, you'll come through the top. Got quite a bit of music for it, if you want to know.
Yep, I don't know if the sound's on. Do you want to check if the sound's on?
It is not on.
Right, okay.
Sorry.
Yep, hold on a second. So I didn't think you'd have music. China?
There's even menu music, which is just a version of theme music. There's different endings, so if you die by a trap, a good ending. If you actually succeed and you make it through all the levels, and I've got loading screen music for elevator music, I've even got the boss music, and I've got certain sounds for the when you're fighting or when you hit. These are general action movie, sometimes cartoon sounds, which I've just sped them up as retro games are usually quite high-pitched sound. It's going to be, controls are simple, WASD and space for attack. To sort out the weapon systems, you can only have one weapon at a time to make it a bit harder. You can always punch them, but if you want a ranged weapon, you pick it up, you can use it. Once it's empty, you switch automatically back to your fists. There's you, who's just taking a nice stroll through the hills, and you will now kill everything just for the view, as the enemies are not after you because you're on their land, their lawn. This is the evil you. If you are killed by an enemy, this is what remains of your body. It is double damage, it has double your health, and it's just, you don't want to die basically. I've got my main menu, this is my very first arena. These pink platforms, they move side to side, and if you press down, you can fall through the platforms as well. My game is called Switch, as you switch bodies through the enemy. And I think that is it.
Okay, do you want to show your demo?
The demo doesn't have enemies in it at the moment, but everything has an animation you can fall through, land on platforms and fall through a bit more. There's double jumping as well, but at the moment you do get stuck in the sprites which I need to rematch, and that's it basically. There is possibly music playing, but it doesn't work unless you go through the main menu first for some reason.
Okay. Any questions?
Have you figured out how to implement all the features? Because some of them seem quite complex, like when switching with the enemy.
I did have a look at that first before I actually began to do any coding. I found a way that is possible, but it's going to take me some time to perfect it, to stop it from just not working on glitches. It's quite a simple process of just changing the camera and the controls over, that's it.
What platforms are you going to publish this game on?
I was thinking mainly mobile, or as in a flash game on the internet, nothing too big, because it's quite a simple game, and you basically can 5 minutes at a time.
Anyone else? No? Okay, thank you.